This one here, I'm so passionate about. We whinge and whine constantly. We need more time. We need more resource. Sometimes we are heard. We need more tools to help us in the job we're doing. Sometimes we're heard, but we don't do this. We don't go back to management and say to them, do you know that was a good decision? We don't do that. You see, here's an example. 4 weeks of testing. We've actually found 100 bugs during that 4-week period. This is the end date. Now, here's a word of advice. Please do not do what I did as a test manager many, many years ago. One of my roles was to actually say whether the system went live or not. That was the worst move of my career. It is not my responsibility to make that decision. It is not the tester's responsibility to make that decision. It is our responsibility to provide information so other people can make that decision. You know, and here's the piece of advice I want to give you. If your manager came to you after 4 weeks of testing and said, can I go live today? The answer is always yes. However, it's always yes. However, it's never no. You know, the manager comes along and says, you know, you've had 4 weeks, we need to sign off. Can we sign off? It's yes. However, we'd like another 2 weeks of testing because we've not finished all of our tests and we'd like to run a full regression test, but it's your decision. You choose. Now, let's humor ourselves and let's assume that they've heard us, okay? And they give us those 2 weeks. This is what I'm talking about. So in those extra 2 weeks, we actually find another 25 bugs and we run a full regression pack. That's what happened in those 2-week period. So we now use some other statistics, some other information that we've got at our disposal. The costs per bug, you know, at each stage of testing. That's a measure that I would always advocate getting from your organization. So the cost of finding and fixing bugs during test is €1,000. The cost of finding and fixing bugs is €3,000 during live. And 1 month after live, the customers find 10 bugs. So if the old date was used, the 4-week period, yes, you can go live. However, this is what's happened. Now, I'm assuming that the 25 bugs that we found in that extra 2 weeks would be found by the customers. I'm assuming that. So in total, they've found 35 bugs. Your effectiveness of testing, you found 100 compared to the 35 bugs your customers have found. So now your effectiveness of testing is 74%. And the cost of fixing those 35 bugs is 35 times 3,000. Okay, we've got this number. So that's €105,000. However, they've heard what we've said. We would like 2 weeks, full regression pack, and do some more testing, finish off the test. This is what the situation is after 6 weeks. Our effectiveness has been raised by 19%. We are now effective 93%. We've found 125 compared to 135. Great. The cost of fixing those defects, and that includes the testing because that's the extra 2 weeks period of time. So here we've got 10 times 3,000. That's what the customers have found. And we've got the 25 times 1,000. So in total, that's €55,000. See, what we've done is taken a snapshot after 4 weeks, and then we've done some measurements. And we go back to management and say, do you know, that was the right decision. We have saved you €50,000. And here's the statistics. And let me tell you now that when you do this, the next time you say, yes, however, we would like another week's worth of testing, they'll probably give it to you. So stop whinging and start doing something about it. So use that feedback to management.